Greetings, YouTube. How's everybody doing out there today? It is beautiful Saturday, about 4:45 in the afternoon. Starting to get dark. And get ready to put my chickens away. Starting to get dark. Today, guys, we are doing baseboard heaters. Finally, this is the last few things that I needed to get done in my shop, and my shop's finally, it's complete. At least this part of it. So, this right here is 125 square foot, 1000 watt, 240 volt. And there's the BTUs. This one here is 4.2 amps. So not a whole lot of amperage. I'm not an electrician. I just to let you guys know that I hooked these heaters up before, and I know how they work. So if anybody out there says, "Oh, that ain't how you do that," I'm just telling you how I do it. Okay. And trust me, I don't want no fires or nothing. So if somebody out there sees something, they'll be like, "Oh, I wouldn't do it that way. I do it this way." And they come up with something better. Fine. But I'm going the way the book says. All right, guys. Now on these baseboard heaters, guys, when you hook them up, you can straight hook them up. You don't need an off and on button. Or I like to have an on and on, off and on button, because I don't want these things running all the time. And not only that, you'll wear your breaker out if you constantly got to turn this thing off and on. Some people turn it on wintertime, leave it sit for 3-4 months. Not me. I don't want to do that. So my shop, guys, my shop is well insulated, guys. And when I come in here with no heat on, I'm still like 35, 40 degrees. Now, if it stays in the 20s for a while, I'll come in and I'm still sitting around freezing. But nothing in here. I've left water out here, paint out here. Nothing's ever froze inside my shop. My shop, yeah, I can see my breath every now and then, but nothing's ever froze out here. So I've been wanting to put these heaters in for a while, guys, so I can, I don't need a lot of heat in here, guys. Just when I'm out here working, I'll get this thing out here to knock the chill off in there. And then half the time I'm running this heater. And then at night, I leave this heater on. I'll leave this heater on low, and I leave it in my room in here. So, and it keeps it about 50 degrees in here. Now I got this thing, I don't have to do that anymore, because I don't like leaving those heaters on, guys. Like these things, don't leave them things on unless you're going to be around them. If you're leaving, man, turn these things off, because these things, they're a fire hazard, guys. Some of them will shut themselves off, but sometimes they don't shut themselves off, and then that's how your house get burned out. Most of your fires start in the wintertime when people are starting fires and start warming their house up. And they turn these on, and then they leave them. Not me. I turn these things off as soon as I'm done with them. And I found this one here. I was just testing to make sure it works. And this one here be inside my house, but only when somebody needs it, and then it comes off. So, but that one back there, I usually leave that one on low out here, and it keeps it about 50 degrees in here, and I'm not comfortable with that. But that one there has, if you move that thing just slightly, it'll shut itself off. But like I said, sometimes they override and they catch fire. So I got two of these things. The bigger one I'm putting in the back room back here, guys, because the back room is the only room that I'm really concerned about. What I do when it gets cold out here, I'll turn this on, get it up to temperature, then I'll run that electric heater and then that electric heater, and it keeps me about 60, 70 degrees in here, depending on how cold it is outside. Well, let me show you what I got in here. All right. I started hooking this up, guys, and my phone went dead. I forgot to charge my phone. And then I didn't realize I lost the video. But we're going to recap here, and I'll show you what I've done. I like these right here, guys. These are pulse meters. You want to have one of these, guys. They're about 10, 15 bucks. Home Depot, Walmart, whoever sells electrical stuff. Some electrical stuff, they usually have these things. You need to use some wire connectors. And this is the on and off switch that I use. Now, they also have ones that run off of Wi-Fi I don't need that. See it? How it detects magnetic pulse. Alright, well, you see I don't have no power on. That little don't mean nothing. I don't, see, that don't mean nothing. Alright, these are your instructions for that thermostat, or on and off switch, okay? If you get one of these, you want the one right here in the middle, the double pole. That's the one you want right there. The one in the middle, alright? Now this here turns, you got your body ground is a negative wire, or the naked wire. That's your body ground. Then you got the white wire, that's a ground. And then you got your black wire. I use 12-2 wire, guys. You can use 14-2 on some things, but when it comes to doubling like this, I use 12-2. Or you can go a little bit higher. You can, or come a little lower, 10-2, 8-2, whatever. I use 12-2. I hooked one of these up before, and I've been sitting on this daggone thing for a while. And I'm finally getting this done. So, and then this is how you want to set it up. You can see all the holes. You can see the holes right here in the wire, and that's the way you want to set it up, just like that. You want the holes at the top, okay? Your bottom red goes to the black. Your top red goes to the white. Now you're turning that ground into a hot because you're doing a double pole. So, and then your bottom black goes to your black wire in the back here. I don't know if you can see it. This right here is your element. That turns it on. This wire right here is in the back. In the back here. Okay. These wires right here, one goes to your element, one goes to the other side. You leave these wires alone. Just leave them alone. Now, some of these you can do 110. Reason why you can put the switch on either side. You put it on that side, or you put it on this side, okay? So, one thing you're going to need a level. Put your level up there. Make sure it's level. What I do is put a screw in the middle. That way you can rock it which way you need it. And I like using these screws right here because of the fat head. And you only need I only put 4 in this thing, guys. You don't, it's got like, I don't know, 7 or 8 of holes. You don't even need, this thing's not that heavy. Just as long as it's mounted. Okay. Here's the wire caps you're going to need. There's your wire caps you're going to need. And you don't need 250 of them. I bought this thing a long time ago. You can tell it's old. It's yellow. It used to be clear. Tell it's old. And then once again, here's the number. Now, I got this at Menards, guys. They're cheaper at Menards. These right here, 35, 36, 38 bucks between Lowe's and Home Depot. I got it at Menards like $32. And these are the instructions you need, and it's these instructions right here. Now, the instructions that come with this, you can, like I said, you can hook this thing up hot if you want to. Okay, so I got everything connected. The body ground, there's a screw right there. There's a screw right there. It's where you connect your body ground. All right. So, and then this thing right here goes down the middle. You pop that off so you can get them screws in there. You don't have to pop it off, but I do. I like making it a little bit easier. These are some of the tools you're going to need. You're going to need wire cutters or strippers. You'll need a screwdriver because you got to break this tab off right here. And then I use the plastic ones that pop in there. I like using them plastic ones. So, you don't need a level. You don't need an impact, but I like the impact because it's quicker and faster. You don't need an impact. You can use a Phillips screw. Razor knife so you can cut the insulation off the wires. All right, I got this side over here. You don't touch those wires at all unless you're putting this over there. You don't touch those wires at all. Leave them alone. This is the side that I want it. This is what I set the thing up for, this side right here. All right. I got a 30 amp. That's the only one I had. I'm going to check into it and see if I can get away with a 10 because it's 4.2 amps. So I might have get a double 10. So Now what you want to do when you turn this thing on, you want to listen for pops and cracks. And if this thing trips right away, you did something wrong. No noise. No noise. Alright. That thing is warming up pretty quick. It's warm. And then double check, make sure it's power. This automatically shuts off. We got power. Don't touch that thing. You will get lit up. When I go to put that back in there, I'm gonna cut the power off. So let me put this back on there. This thing's real easy, guys. Just flip it on the bottom and then it pops back in there. Just like that. Alright. Like I said, you don't have to touch this side over here at all unless you want that. You want your control over here on this side. I don't. I wanted it on that side. Let me button this back up. You got to be careful too, guys. You don't want to strip this hole out. That's it. That's done. Now, I turn this on. You don't, when you turn these guys, when you turn these on, you want to hang out for about a half an hour to an hour because these things can still malfunction. So I'm going to be hanging out for a half an hour or an hour, whatever. I got it all the way on high. I'm going to turn it back down on the comfort zone. So, and then I got my temperature gauge here. As you can see, we're getting heat. 102, 104, 100, almost. Yeah. All right, we're working. So I got it all the way on high. I can feel the heat coming out of it. All right. Now you're going to get some burning smells, guys. That's the element heating up the paint. You're going to get some burning smells, so that's why you want to hang out with it. Now, if you start getting black spots on this thing, guys, you probably got dust flowing through there, and it's heating that dust up and burning it. Probably not enough to catch it on fire. This thing right here, guys, I've never known these things catch fire, but they can. They can. Anything electric. I don't like electric heat, guys, because it just... Electric heat always catches fire because sometimes it malfunctions. Hopefully, if this thing ever malfunctions, it just shuts off. That's what I'm hoping. But there's some things, guys, that won't shut off, and that thing will stay running until it catches fire. So always keep an eye on these things, guys. Always blow them out. Like when you're done in the summertime, you can either cover these things up with plastic to keep the dust from coming up in there, or always make sure you blow them out, clean them out good before you ever turn these things on. Never turn these things on and hit them with some kind of watery substance, because if you get this thing, it'll light you up. 220, I've been hit by 220. It hurts worse than 110. So, all right, we got it going. Let's see what the temperature is. 118, 100, I saw it. There we go. All right, 122. 122, 123 degrees. Now, I did one earlier over here. This one here has been going now for about 45 minutes. I can feel the heat right here, and I'm probably about 6-7 feet away from it. I got this one on high too. Yeah, it's pumping out some heat. Let's see what we got here. This one here is pumping out about, looks like I got it all the way on high. About, that one there is sitting about 100 some, 100 and, let's see. This here thing says 181 degrees. When you hit it right about there. About 158 degrees. Right on that element, right their sweet spot, 162. So same way with this one here, guys. You leave these wires alone. And and that's it. This one here has been going out for about 45 minutes. I'm going to give it about another half an hour. And then I'm going to shut it off and put all that, just go ahead and tuck all that back in there. And then when I leave here, I'm going to put it on comfort zone. So that's pretty much it, guys. It's pretty simple on how you hook these heaters up. They're pretty... as far as efficient goes, they're not that efficient. Let me show you this one here. This one's a 30. This one here is a 30-inch one. See, it has a wall unit that you could buy, or just a thermostat. This thermostat is sold separately. So, but this thing is pretty self-explanatory. This one here, guys, this one here is 50 square feet. And it is up to 500 watts, 240 volts, or it's 375 at 208 volts. So, pretty easy heaters to install, guys. And since I'm not out here all the time, guys, I just need it I'm going to put them both on comfort zone and then leave them sit. And then just as long as there's a little bit of heat out here, as heat rises, and then that thing pushes it back to the ground. And then let's see what it is in here right now. It's hard to see on this thermometer. It says I'm almost about 58 degrees in here. I'm gonna have to get me a digital thermometer out here, because that one there you can't see is good. Give me a digital thermometer out here. Well, guys, that is it for these electric baseboard heaters. That's pretty much it, guys. So, like this video, share this video, comment down below. And, you know, if I can answer a question for somebody, I'll answer your question. But this stuff's pretty self-explanatory. If you know how to follow directions, you'll get it. You don't want the directions. Well, you want to hang on to these, but you don't want to use these directions. You want to use the directions for your thermostat. I don't really call this a thermostat. I call it an on and off switch, but it is a thermostat. And it's self-explanatory, whatever wires you're using. Those are the ones that you want to use. And on this one in particular, this one here, it's got all different kind of suggestions. But that's the one we're using, the one in the middle. This is on the 4th page, the one in the middle. So, and this is for all of them. If you got a 12-tube wire, that's a hot, a ground, and a body ground. A 12-3 is 2 hots and 2 grounds. One's a ground, one's a body ground. But in this case, we're using 2 hots and a body ground. It's the same way you hook up electric hot water heater, guys. Same concept, just a little different. 2 hots and a body ground. So, well, guys, that's it for this video. Check out some of my other videos down below. I hope this helps somebody, because when I'm out here in the shop and I'm grinding and stuff, those heaters won't be on. I only turn them on at night when I'm leaving, and I'll put it on the comfort zone, not high. It'll be on the comfort zone. So when I come in here tomorrow, it'll be like about 50 degrees, because the next few days we're supposed to be in the 40s. So I'm just going to leave them on tonight to see how everything worked. see, make sure they still work, make sure everything's still warm and everything. Then I'm gonna cut them off for a couple days because it's supposed to be in the upper 40s. I think one day this week might hit 50. So, but then towards the end of the week, thing gets back down into the 30s high, and then 20s to teens low. So then I'll come out here and cut it on the comfort zone and just kind of just keep it a little bit warm in here, guys. I don't need no heat blaring. I don't need it to be 60, 70 degrees in here. 50 degrees is about all I need in here. And I probably won't need both of these heaters, but I got them just in case. So, and then that one in there is 125 square feet. So that one right there, probably all the heat will get in that room and then start coming out, and then it'll go up here. It'll go up here to my ceiling fan and blow back down. And then I'll just blow around the shop, and then I got that bigger ceiling fan up there to blow it back down. So, and then when I'm out here working, I usually run this heater right here. I don't know how big that heater is, but that can run inside and outside. And then I run my other heater over there. I showed you that one. And then I run this one here just to knock the chill off. I'll run this about 20 minutes, a half an hour max, just to knock the chill off in here, and then I'm good. Well, guys, till the next time, y'all hang in there for the next video. Bye-bye.